Samurai 8 is a new series made by established mangaka Masashi Kishimoto, and believe it or not, a lot of people haven't necessarily taken well to his new works. Now, if you don't know already, Masashi Kishimoto is the author of Naruto, the mega hit series that exploded in the West way back in the early 2000s. Now, one might ask themselves, with all these mixed reviews, is Samurai 8 really even worth checking out? In this video, I want to talk about what I personally think are some of the issues that Samurai 8 is struggling with, and also, is it worth your attention? Should you even check it out at all? So, I'm Quancredible, and let's get down to this. So, first things first, my main issue that I think Samurai 8 has is the fact that it is made by an established mangaka already. Like I said before, Kishimoto made Naruto. We all have seen Naruto, or at the very least, heard of it. That right there already puts an immediate expectation on how good this series could be, or how good the series should be, because we're going to immediately compare it to Naruto, which that in itself is already not really giving the series a fair shot. Now, one of the second main issues that Samurai 8 has is another thing that isn't necessarily Kishimoto's fault, but it is definitely influenced by him. Kishimoto made Naruto, or at least he got it serialized way back in like 1999 or like the early 2000s. That's back when he was younger, when he had to compete to get his series even in the Shonen Jump magazine. But if we look at it now, he probably really didn't have to compete much to get Samurai 8 serialized. He probably just pitched it, and then Shueisha probably just jumped on it because it is Kishimoto, because it is the author who wrote Naruto. Therefore, he didn't have to necessarily change his writing style. Like, the writing style for anime and manga series way back then was slow. Things started off slow. If you look at the big prolific series of that time period, like Bleach started slow. Naruto, heck, even Naruto started slow. Naruto really didn't even start to pick up until the Chunin exams, which was well into Naruto. Or One Piece. One Piece didn't pick up for like infinity chapters. It's just how series were back then. They were slower. If you look at series now, like if you take like My Hero, they try to get immediately to the action. In the whole first volume, they literally have already set up everything for the entire series. Or take like Black Clover. In the whole like first volume, they essentially set up just about everything you need to see. Like series now, you have to be quick to try to capture your audience, you get canceled. But since it's Kishimoto writing it and they already accepted him, he doesn't really have to compete. He's still writing as if it is that olden format of getting your series out there. He still writes like that, so he never really had to change. And then today's audience doesn't necessarily take that well to that. Like, granted, we were all brought up on these older shows and like older series, but our attention spans are shorter. We've become used to having the entire series world building and character setup already done in the first volume, or already done in the first couple chapters. Like, that's just how it is now. So I think those main two things with Kishimoto are the reasons why Samurai 8 is struggling to pick up steam or to maintain a positive review from the general anime community like Naruto did all those years ago. Now, my honest opinion on Samurai 8 for myself, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. I'm not like a super huge Kishimoto fan, nor am I a super huge Kishimoto hater. It's pretty neutral for me. I think Samurai 8's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I don't know what a lot of people are expecting in the first 4 or 5 chapters, but they've set up a lot of world. I mean, granted, the whole first chapter is basically lore and world building and like mid-action, but if you look at it, the series I mentioned earlier don't even really get into action early on either. Overall, like a quick, I guess, Quancredible synopsis of the overall story would be just this boy named Hachimaru is really sickly. He's basically confined to his house or room his entire life. Can't go anywhere because he's attached to like this like life support. So he never knows anything about the outside world. And then eventually he gets the opportunity to realize his dreams to become a samurai and venture out. That is the bare bones plot. It's in a very futuristic setting. It's supposed to take place over the galaxy. Sounds like a really good premise. I mean, Kishimoto himself, he said he doesn't really want this manga to span that long. He said he only wants it to go like 10 volumes. But I mean, heck, he said he only wanted Naruto to go 15 and it ended up going 72. So we don't know how long Samurai 8 could be. Like, we really don't know. But with the basic summary that we have, it's future samurais. It looks really interesting, and it is really interesting. Just because the characters aren't splitting planets and doing light speed travel in the first 3 chapters isn't bad. Let's give them a minute to live up to that expectation, or let's give them a minute to flesh out and become its own series. For a lot of people, I think they should honestly wait. A lot of people aren't necessarily weekly manga readers or weekly series readers. A lot of people do better when they can binge the first 20 chapters or first 50 chapters and then catch all the way up. That's what I think a lot of people should do. The series is really good and it deserves its fair shot. I enjoy Samurai 8 a lot. If you guys want to see me cover more Samurai 8 stuff on this channel, I totally can. I have no problem doing theories and reviews because I think the series is good. I honestly do. Let me know what you guys think about Samurai 8 down below. Let me know what you guys think about Kishimoto. Do you think he's handling the series well? Do you think he even should have done a second series? Do you think he should have just stopped? Or do you think Samurai 8 is going to flop? Just let me know how you guys are feeling about it so far. It's still really early. I want to know some other opinions. Outside of that, thanks for listening. If you're new to this channel, like and sub, share the video. I appreciate all that stuff. And I'm Quancredible. I will catch you guys later.